Welcome back. If you are following along in your textbook, we are on page 137. We are going to change an object's text wrapping. Okay, so let's make sure our graphic is selected. And you know it's selected because it has the circles on the corners and in the middle. Now click the Layout Options button that is attached to the graphic. It's in the top right-hand corner. And click in front of text. And it's the one to the right on the bottom, in front of text. Now click the Close button, or the X. Now we're going to position the pointer in the graphic so that the pointer has a four-headed arrow attached to it. Click and drag the graphic up next to the shape that we drew earlier and align that. Now we are on page 139. Now we are going to copy a graphic. So if necessary, click the graphic, display the Home tab, and click the Copy button. Now we're going to paste it. Now click the Paste button, or the Paste arrow. Point to the Keep Source Formatting. This one says Keep Source Formatting. The one beside it says Picture, but we don't want that. We want to keep the source formatting because we just formatted it so that it was a certain size and so that the background was a certain color or transparent, etc. So keep the source formatting and paste. Now we're going to move a graphic, and we are on page 140. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out so that you can see, so that we can see all of the letterhead. And we are using a mouse, so position your pointer in the graphic so that your pointer is a four-headed arrow. Now click on it, hold it down, and then drag that picture over to the right and align it up with the shape that we inserted. Now we're going to flip this graphic. Right now you can see that the leaf at the top is towards the left, which is the exact same way that this picture is as well. So we're going to flip it so that that leaf is outward or to the right. So page 140, with the graphic still selected, click the Rotate Objects button, which is on the Picture, Tools, Format tabs. Make sure you have Format tab selected. In the Arrange group, again, it's the Rotate Objects button. And it is this little triangle. It's a gray triangle and a white triangle. It has a little blue arrow at the top. Anyway, so click that. And now, if you point to various rotate options in the Rotate Options gallery, then you can see the way that it could look. So don't click on anything. Just kind of look at it and see that you can do different flipping on those graphics. The one that we want is to click or flip horizontal. So click that one, and now click Save. So in case electricity goes out or somebody accidentally unplugs the computer, then you won't lose your work. And for some reason, my Apple still has that not transparent in the back. So I'm just going to fix that. I'm not sure why it keeps doing that, but let me go ahead and fix that by clicking on Color and set Transparent Color. And I'm just going to click on that background that is gray, and now it has another background, which anyway, I'm just going to leave it like it is. Figure it out later because it works for now. Okay, we are on page 140, bottom of page 140. It says to format and enter text. Position your insertion point on the line below the shape containing the name. So just double click here on that line. If necessary, display the Home tab. Click the Center button, which is in the paragraph group. Click Center. And then click the Increase Font Size to increase the font size to 12. Type 15 Center Street, comma, Horizon, comma, MT, and then space, space, and then type the zip code 33568. You always put 2 spaces after the abbreviation of a state when you have an address. All right, then press the space bar, and now we're on page 141. So click Save. To insert a symbol from the Symbol dialog box, we are going to display the Insert tab. Click the Insert a Symbol button, which is in the Symbols group all the way to the right. So click Symbol, and then click where it says More Symbols at the bottom, because the one we want is not displayed. So click More Symbols. A pop-up box appears. If the font in the font box is not normal text, so here's the font and here's the font box. Right now it says symbol on mine, so I'm just going to click that, and then scroll to click normal text. Looks like they're in alphabetical order, and so we want normal text. Apparently it's not in alphabetical order. Oh, there it is at the very top. So just scroll all the way to the top and click normal text. If the subset in the subset box is not general punctuation, right now mine says private use area. I'm going to click that drop down box, and I'm going to scroll and find general punctuation. Oh, there it is, right there. All right, so click that. Now in the list of symbols, if necessary, scroll to the dot symbol, and it should look like just a black dot in the center of the square, but it's a big black dot. Click it, and now click the Insert button. And if you notice on my screen, you can see that the character code is 2022, and that's from Unicode or hexadecimal. So that's always a good thing to know, because you can use your keyboard to actually hold down the Alt key and then type in 2022, and that dot symbol will come up. So anyways, you clicked Insert. The box is still open, and we are on page 142. Now click Close, and you'll notice that the dot symbol is on your Word document now. Now we're going to insert a symbol from the Insert a Symbol gallery. Press the space bar. Type phone, colon, space, open parenthesis, 870, close parenthesis, 555, hyphen 4400, and then press the space bar. Now click the Insert a Symbol button. And notice now that our most recently used symbols in this box includes the one we just used, the dot symbol. So now you can click on that instead of having to search for it. And there you go. You can see that it is in your Word document. Click Save. And turn to page 143. Now we're going to enter more text. So press the space bar, type email colon applepark@world.com, and again click save. In Word you can draw a solid line called a border at any edge of a paragraph. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a bottom border to this paragraph. Display the Home tab, and with your insertion point in the paragraph to border, click the Borders arrow, which is in the Home tab paragraph group. And the border looks like a white box with dots around it and a dotted cross in the middle and a black solid line on the bottom. So click that and then go down to where it says bottom border, and you can see a quick preview on your Word document that shows you that there's just a big line underneath that. And it has other type of borders as well, but we want the bottom border, so click bottom border. Now turn to page 144. And we're going to clear some formatting with the insertion point between the email address and paragraph mark at the end of the contact information line as shown in figure 3-34, or actually it should already, if you haven't touched anything or closed it out, your insertion point should be right here at the end of this email address at the .com. There's no space after it, but you are going to press the enter key, and what happens is the email address is automatically formatted as a hyperlink because you press the enter key. Your insertion point has moved down, it's still centered, and the paragraph mark is centered and border moved down. You want to clear paragraph and border formats. So on page 145, click the Clear All Formatting button, which is on the Home tab in the font group, and it looks like a capital A with a pink, I guess an eraser in front of it. If you hover over it, your mouse will have a pop-up box that says Clear All Formatting. So let's click that to clear all formatting and click Save. On the bottom of page 145, there's a big chart. It's table 3.2. These are some commonly used auto format as you type options, and you can read through that for homework tonight. And let's go ahead and go on page 146. We're going to convert a hyperlink to regular text. So let's right-click the hyperlink. In this case, the email address that turned to light green, pretty light green, but we don't need a hyperlink here. We don't want anyone to be able to click on that and then automatically go to their email and be able to send an email. We just don't want that. And besides, many times letterhead is printed out and mailed to you, so it's kind of not even necessary at that point. All right, so right-click on that and then go down where it says Remove Hyperlink. And when you click that, it's going to go back to just a solid black color, and the light green that was on it was hard to see. So if you did print it out, it might not show up very well. And so now the reader will be able to email you if necessary. Click Save. Alright, so we've removed the hyperlink, and now with your mouse pointer, double click below the bottom border that we just created for that paragraph, and your insertion point should be to the left, right underneath that. Now we're on page 147, and it says create a business letter. What should you consider when creating or writing a business letter? Make sure you include all essential letter elements. Use proper spacing and formats for the contents of the letter below the letterhead. Use a font that is easy to read and a size between 8 and 12. And you need to determine which letter style to use. And there's different type. My favorite is the block letter style, but we can talk about that more in the next few pages. So let's go ahead and stop right there for the day, or for this session, and I will see you back for part 3.